Hello viewers and welcome to the 5th episode of Why I Love, and today I'm going to tell you guys why I love the German supermarket chain Lidl. Lidl is somewhere I've been shopping for quite a while now. I really enjoy the experience and I want to just tell you guys why I love it. So the first reason is, it's the obvious reason, it's cheap as peanuts. It has a very strong quality to price ratio, I think, because it has good quality. It's not obviously Waitrose level quality, good quality, but the price is low, making a very strong high quality to price ratio. So that's the first reason I like it, as well as Lidl. The reason Lidl can offer such cheap prices is because they don't just stock. They don't stock like 20 different brands of the same item. So instead, what they'll do is I'll just check. For example, with their milk, it'll just be their 2 own brands, and it'll either just be organic, filtered, or normal. There's not. You don't get Muller milk. There's not other options. It's just one type of milk. And the same with their yogurts. It's just and they all make a lot of the brands in there are their own brands. So I guess black labeling. So they get a product, so they just stick their own label on it and sell it cheaper. For example, one of my favourite things is the crackers in Lidl. Multi-grain crackers, they're 69p in Lidl, but in Tesco's they're 99p. It's not very good. So a recent Sky News article, which was about a experiment conducted by which is a price, kind of like a consumer price website. And it is about the basket of goods. And Lidl has narrowly beaten the budget rival Aldi to be named the cheapest supermarket of 2020, according to The Witch. The consumer group tracks 45 own label and branded products in 8 major supermarkets for at least 100 days. Lidl was the cheapest, with the basket totalling £42.67 and Aldi's totalling £43.01. Asda came in third, but by a margin of over £5 at £48.71. Tesco's was next at £53.30, Morrison's was next at £53.61, Sainsbury's at £56.38, and not surprisingly the most expensive were Waitrose at £68.69 and Ocado at £66.63. So they basically just looked at 45 own label and branded goods and compared them across the store, and Lidl came out the cheapest supermarket in the UK. So before I was shopping at Lidl, I was a Tesco man, but now Lidl was on average, according to the study, 20% cheaper than Tesco's. This is why I shop at Lidl. And another couple of reasons is the Saskia water at Lidl, super cheap, 25p for 2 litres, lovely mineral water, which is, that's the cheapest I've ever seen. Also Lidl Plus, it gives you another 5% off, so it's just a cherry on top of the cake, really. The second reason is the shopping experience. Two reasons: fast and no nonsense. I like the fact you're in and out of the shop. A shop in Lidl never takes more than 25 minutes or so. It's quick. It's easy. There's no music to distract you from when you're shopping. It's just very easy, chill. You're focused. Everyone's in there for the same reason. Everyone wants to get out there as quickly as possible. You're not wasting time. Everything's quite nicely organised and quite close to each other. When I go to a big Tesco's Extra, I'm in the shop for 3 or 4 hours. No, 3 or 4 hours, like an hour or 2 sometimes. And in Lidl, the longest I've ever spent there is like half an hour. And, I just think it's easier. I like that. That's what I like about it. It's small and convenient, and it's easy to get around. The third reason is I really like the wild middle section. I know it's full of mostly rubbish, but I always say that the wild middle section is full of surprises. Sometimes I see huge meat smokers at an 80% discount. Calendars, rice cookers, things you didn't even know, like chainsaws, all at a good price and all heavily discounted. I always say one can do so on purpose searching in the middle section. One can find new hobbies and things they never knew they loved from the Lidl middle section. Reason number 4, great European selections at a good price. This is including, for me, it's the premium continental cheeses. My favourite camembert with the jalapeno flavoured sauce comes from Lidl. It goes perfectly with their fresh bakery, their fresh sourdough bread. And what I like about it is I can experiment with all types of European cheeses, such as Swiss cheese to Roquefort, whatever, Emmental. I always get told off for not pronouncing that very well. Emmental, I believe. But yeah, the point is, goat's cheese, you can get a lot of very nice cheeses at a very good price. And it's just very simple and very delicious. I also like the great Polish and German meats they have in there, and Spanish meats. They have very good meats in there. The processed, the smoked meats and stuff. And the German sausages, but because it's a European company, they have very good versions of this food. The fifth reason is I love the bakery. The bakery at Lidl is, it's what sets it apart to other shops, I think. Super cheap, super delicious, and a wide selection. You can get low glycemic index bread, which helps people with diabetes and stuff, and prevents diabetes, or helps not cause diabetes. Brown and white bread, rye or sourdough, whatever tickles your fancy, I say. That's what the Lidl bakery has. The delicious, freshly made croissants and stuff. You can't, as soon as I get out of the shop, I am munching into one of them croissants. I tell you, and I went to Spain in October. I went to Mallorca, and the Lidl bakery there is insane. Like, he had these really nice tomato pastries, and you just bite into them. It's just so delicious. The spinach pastries. And it was all just, it's like 20 cents, 30 cents for each piece. It's just basically nothing. It's almost free. So it's free and it's delicious and it's really good. It's the best thing about Lidl, the bakery. Now, there is one thing I do want to complain about Lidl, though, is their berries. This is the sixth reason of why. So there's 5 reasons why I love Lidl, but there's one thing I think Lidl can improve on, and that is their berries. And I don't like to say it, but the berries are trash. Every time I get berries, like blueberries or whatever, especially blueberries, they always just end up very mouldy after. Not mouldy, but they just don't hold very well in the packet. They always go off very quickly. I don't know. And this isn't something I've just said. A lot of people have said, things like the blueberries at Lidl do lack. So Lidl, if you're listening to this, the Schwartz capitalists, if you're all listening to this, sort out your berries. And thank you for listening. This is why I love Lidl. Thank you.